Hello, welcome to President Trump 47 Watch. Today's episode focuses on the Trump Resistance Network 2.0. It's March the 3rd, 2025. I'm Merrick Masters, Professor of Business Emeritus, commentator, and podcaster. You can find me at my email addresses or on my YouTube channel. The central point I want to make in this very brief episode today is that the resistance network is critical to understanding the nature, scope, and potential import of litigation to block Trump's executive actions. The topics that we'll talk about today are the Trump resistance litigation tracker, which will provide you information on the state of litigation against Trump's executive actions, and we'll provide a little bit more information about two umbrella groups which sponsor litigation to this effect: Democracy Forward and State Democracy Defenders Fund. Trump resistance litigation. You can track this litigation by going to this website, JustSecurity.org. Tracker litigation, legal challenges to Trump. It's an excellent site which tracks the executive actions, including the orders and memoranda issued by the Trump administration, the complaints that have been filed by various groups that are part of this resistance network to Trump's efforts to revamp government. And also, you can see the standing of court cases that have been litigated to this date at the federal level, primarily with respect to challenges to Trump's orders. It's an excellent site, and I encourage you to visit it to stay abreast of developments. Democracy Forward is an umbrella organization consisting of several hundred groups that are part of a network that is aimed at challenging the status quo in terms of Trump's efforts to revamp government. Whenever Trump issues an executive order, you can anticipate that there will be litigation, if it's of a controversial nature, sponsored by associates with this Democracy Forward or akin type of organizations which have the wherewithal to pursue litigation. Democracy Forward is a coalition of hundreds of clients and partners, as I mentioned. You can go to the website and get a breakdown of the clients and partners. It's very informative to do that. Hundreds of suits have been filed since Trump took office on January 20th. Literally, some were filed on the day he took office, indicating that there had been a lot of forethought to what he would do and how to jumpstart the situation with respect to challenging those actions. The coalition includes diversity-based types of organizations, governmental organizations such as the City of Chicago, City of Cincinnati, City of San Diego, Portland, labor organizations such as the Service Employees International Union, and religious organizations. It is really an amalgam of high-profile attorneys associated with the anti-Trump movement that are spearheading this litigation strategy, which is a very well-developed strategy to block Trump at the courtroom in terms of being able to pursue his agenda. Plaintiffs to litigation are critical, it is important to note this point, to establishing standing to pursue challenges to Trump's executive orders. So when you look at the tracking of litigation, go to the actual cases, the complaints themselves, and the decisions made by the various justices or judges that have come out on these matters, and look at the plaintiffs, and you will see that those plaintiffs, in order them to be able to pursue this litigation, have to have standing before the courts. And these plaintiffs are carefully selected by this network to make certain that they will have appropriate standing so that the courts can take the case and issue a ruling. State Democracy Defenders Fund is another umbrella organization, and it fills three gaps in the fight against election sabotage and autocracy. This is from their website, so it's self-promotional. It says that our all-star team goes on offense against democracy deniers who break the law, including through our innovative program of outside public support for criminal prosecutions. We work with national, state, and local allies across the country to defend in real time the foundations of our democracy, free and fair elections. This is a very intricate network of sophisticated lawyers who are very determined to block Trump to the extent possible through the courts. And I would pay careful attention to the composition and funders of this particular organization, as well as organizations that are similar to it in nature in supporting this resistance effort. They are very much part of a well-funded network. There's a little bit about myself. I hope you've enjoyed this exposition about the Trump Resistance Network. It is an important network for you to understand in order to have a greater insight as to how our political system works today, which is comprised to a substantial extent, rightly or wrongly, of lawfare. Thank you and have a good day.